I personally have been dividend growth investing for around 7 years or so. And as of right now, I'm holding roughly around 40 different stocks and ETFs across multiple different sectors that collectively pay me around $70,000 per year or just over $6,000 per month in dividends. Now throughout this portfolio, there are certain stocks and ETFs that I absolutely love and certain ones that I wish I would have never bought in the first place. But in this video, we're going to go through 5 of my favorite positions, what I would like to call buy and hold forever positions, analyze exactly what I love about these positions, and share with you exactly why I'm planning on holding on to them forever. Now, if this interests you at all, make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. I just finished my brand new dividend investing ebook where I share exactly how I went from zero to now over 7 figures invested, and also on how I earned more than $6,000 per month in dividends. I also finished my custom dividend tracker that you can use to track your dividend income progress on an ongoing basis. So make sure to grab yourself a copy of my dividend investing ebook and the new dividend tracker today. It's the first link in my description. So the first buy and hold forever position within this entire portfolio, one of my all-time favorites, is the Amplify CWP Enhanced Dividend Income ETF, or ticker symbol DIVO. Now currently I have around 1,449 shares of DIVO across my multiple portfolios, and DIVO on average probably pays me around $220 on a monthly basis. Now what do I love so much about DIVO, and why is DIVO in my opinion a buy and hold forever position? Well, where do I start? DIVO is currently up 50% on the max time frame. This ETF, although it is pretty low beta, has pretty consistently been growing and growing over time, giving an ETF with a relatively high starting yield a nice little price return over time. Now, DIVO does have a strong basket of holdings, around 47 different holdings as of right now, and also DIVO does utilize a cover call strategy, which earns just a little bit extra for investors on a monthly basis. DIVO's expense ratio is 0.55%, but because DIVO does offer a solid monthly dividend and has consistently for a long time, as well as has grown pretty consistently, I'm personally more than willing to pay the price. Now, DIVO is one of those buy and hold forever positions in my portfolio just because it is so well diversified. It's managed very well, and of course, I love the fact that DIVO does have that cover call overlay, which helps during times of volatility. All to say that across my entire portfolio, DIVO is one of my favorite dividend paying ETFs that I've held on now for years. The next dividend paying asset that I definitely am looking to hold on to forever are my 2,838 shares of ticker symbol O, or Realty Income. Now, if you've watched my videos before, you know I've talked about Realty Income pretty extensively on multiple occasions. But some of my all-time favorite things about Realty Income, and why Realty Income for me personally is a buy and hold forever position, is because Realty Income owns some of the highest quality real estate of all time. Now, with owning high quality real estate, there's a few things that are going to be certain. One of the things is that cash flow is definitely going to be apparent, and when it comes to Realty Income has paid dividends for several years. And also, as you can see right here, on average, Realty Income has been raising their dividend around a penny or so on a yearly basis for many years too. Now, Realty Income with almost a 6% starting yield is still a position to this day that I'm adding more shares of here and there. Not to mention, when it comes to high quality real estate, over time the real estate value has consistently went up, at least through most time frames in history. Now, Realty Income is one of the most diversified REITs across the entire market, and because Realty Income owns so many different properties, you are getting diversification even though Realty Income is of course a single stock. And because of those reasons, Realty Income is one of my largest single stock positions across my entire 7-figure portfolio, and will likely be so for a long time. You might be asking, well, if you love real estate so much and you want exposure to real estate, then why don't you just buy more personal real estate outside the stock market and outside of REITs? And that's honestly a pretty good observation. But I will say this, at least from my experience, with the amount of money that I have to deploy as far as real estate goes, I'm not able to buy super large deals as of right now, unless I buy into some sort of syndication or something. So at least with the budgets that I'm working with right now, it makes much more sense to invest into a super high quality REIT that has exposure to things like Wynn Resort, LA Fitness, Lifetime Fitness, 7-Eleven, Dollar Tree, and more. Another one of my buy and hold forever assets in my portfolio is definitely ticker symbol EPD, or Enterprise Products Partners LP. Now, I currently have around 750 shares of EPD, and I've been holding EPD for several years now. Now, Enterprise Products is a midstream in the energy sector, and honestly, in my opinion, one of the best to do it. Now, since I started buying EPD, I want to say back in 2018 and then a bunch in 2020, EPD's stock price has slowly and steadily been going up over the last few years. Now, because EPD does offer a massive starting dividend with some pretty significant dividend growth, you're not really going to get all that much price return when it comes to EPD, and I think investors like myself are okay with that because that's not really why we're buying EPD in the first place. But speaking of dividend, EPD does have a 7.56% forward dividend yield, and like I said, EPD has also had plenty of dividend growth historically, considering a while back when I first bought shares of EPD, they were paying around 42 cents per share per quarter. Then just as of recently, we're looking at 52 cents per share per quarter, which is some nice dividend growth. All in all, EPD is a relatively low beta position in my portfolio and really has done nothing more than trade sideways or up and pay me a ton of cash flow pretty much since I started buying it. The next buy and hold forever position in my portfolio is SCHD, or the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. Now I currently have around 559 shares of SCHD, and I've been gathering shares like crazy over the last year. Now SCHD is sort of known as one of the highest quality buy and hold forever dividend growth ETFs, and for that reason that's exactly why I've been buying it like crazy. SCHD has a bulletproof basket of holdings and a great strategy, not to mention SCHD on the max time frame has basically only grown and grown and grown as the years went on, and of course SCHD does offer around a 3.5% trailing 12-month dividend yield, but looking at the dividends paid historically, SCHD over time has continued to pay more and more to investors, which is very, very attractive to me. Because for me personally, an investor that does not mind delayed gratification whatsoever, I do not mind at all getting shares of SCHD as of right now and earning say 65 or even 70 cents per share per quarter if I know that in the next 10 years my dividends could be doubled or even possibly tripled. Now, like I sort of said, over time, SCHD has definitely become one of the pillars of my overall portfolio, and longer term, hopefully by the end of this year, maybe a little bit longer, I'm looking to have around 1,000 shares of this ETF across my entire portfolio, which would definitely make it one of the biggest positions of my entire portfolio to begin with. Now, the last buy and hold forever position within my portfolio would be TSLY, the Yield Max. Just kidding, guys, it's not that one. But instead, the last buy and hold forever position in my portfolio would be another REIT that I've held onto for several years now. It'd be my 261 shares of National Retail, or Triple N REIT. Now, there's not really all that much to say about Triple N REIT. This real estate investment trust has a lot of attributes that Realty Income also has. They own some of the best, highest quality triple net lease real estate across the US. And by buying it to Triple N REIT, you're getting direct exposure to it. Now, in the max time frame, this REIT is up 191% plus, which means, at least historically speaking, it has grown in price pretty significantly. Not to mention, if and when interest rates do get cut sometime soon here, I think the entire REIT sector is going to explode, which is why I'm happily loading up on more shares of things like this currently. Now, this REIT has a 5.5% forward starting dividend yield with a ton of dividend growth historically. And even though, once again, this REIT, this single stock, isn't one of the most exciting stocks across the entire portfolio, it's really stocks like this that build a nice pillar, a nice position in my portfolio that really allows me to sleep well at night and has been paying me cash flow for several years now. So there we have it, guys. Those are 5 different buy and hold forever positions throughout my 7-figure portfolio that I currently, at least as of right now, would not consider selling even one share of. Now, the cool thing about building out a portfolio like this one over time is there are going to be certain positions that you absolutely love and certain positions that you're not as fond of. But what's great about the liquid stock market is that you could always sell off some positions, buy something else, and continue to shape your portfolio into your dream portfolio over time. But lastly, I want to hear from you guys down below. What is your number 1 buy and hold forever position that you currently have in your portfolio? Drop the ticker symbol in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.